Just Shrek.
I have not felt this way. Standing up high, gazing out at the rolling dunes. One cannot know what freedom truly...
The golden slumber truly lives up to its name as a dreamland. Though desert sands exist there too, no mirror...
Dendro Archon, what is on your mind?
I was wondering, who's
What kind of question?
so many? More, as I once said to a friend, we look, we see, and what are the many disasters that this world faces but the sum of all irresolvable questions?
The biggest question you should be asking is how to seize victory.
Yes. Although, I would express it, I must not fail. And so the question I am most curious about now...
What we declare to be a young sapling, we may, in fact, find to be a towering tree, if we would only cast aside our ignorance.
Nahida! We're here! Just in time. The preparations are almost complete.
Ready when you are.
We're here too. Miss Nicole! Miss Nicole! You run so fast! I thought I'd get a lot of exercise as a forest painter. Sorry, I got a... Lesser Lord Kusanali, the equipment is ready. As discussed during our meeting...
Accessing Irminsul via the Akasha is no longer feasible at this stage. There are other options, it's just... Maybe you should take it from here.
The architecture and functionality of the Akasha terminals overlap considerably with Aru. There is reasonable evidence to suggest that one was developed based on the other, or that they both utilize technology of the same order. As long as the transplant and merge operation succeeds, Aru should theoretically work on a scale greater than the Akasha and approximately equal to Irminsul. It will become the largest active computing device in all. A system this powerful is capable of a lot of different things. In the past, the Akasha was primarily used for one-way information transmission, but I suspect it could also, in the pursuit of greater knowledge, some scholars have attempted to connect their consciousness to Irminsul through the use of terminals, incense, and meditation.
Correct. In academic language, scholars who reach that stage are said to have entered Satyavada life. Hypatia has performed this practice.
Right. And this at least proves that there is a zone within Irminsul that can be...
That's right. Providing wisdom to the people is one of the very reasons for Irminsul.
In that case, I'll skip to the conclusion then. We need to further modify Aru.
Every person? Even the desert folk?
Yes. Everyone.
I've already calculated the amount of raw material.
So you mean we're going to get...
Yes. But this time, the people of Sumeru won't be using them to...
When we evacuated the city, we brought all the important assets from the House of Dana, in case we ended up needing them. Fortunately, this included the... We've checked all the relevant records, and one thing is certain. Nothing like this has ever been done on this scale before, so...
Everyone in Sumeru is part of the plan. Whoever controls the people...
Since this function of Irminsul was introduced, it has only ever been made of it. But by expanding the scale to include all the people of Sumeru, under normal circumstances, Irminsul would be able to cope with the additional load. Thus, it might be possible to shut it... Counting down. 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready?
Ready! People sought knowledge, they turned to the Tree of Wisdom. Today, we use it to save Sumeru and the whole world. structured learning must not become tools for destroying the world.
Transformation.
You would shut down Irmинсуль just to stop me? You fools. I have all the time in the world.
Success! The evil Irmинсуль tree is still growing!
Great!
What a display of true courage. The courage to think and the courage to act. I never thought I would witness the shut.
Indeed, only humans could do such a thing.
What was once created for spreading knowledge is now used for another purpose.
I am grateful to you three for your help. Only thanks to you were we... Now, nobody who wears a terminal will have their activity accurately tracked by Irmинсуль. No matter how many eyes Dottore possesses, he will not be able to see. Now for the next step. I will need the help of your supreme powers when...
How might we be of service, Lord of Dendro?
I need to reach the Eternal Oasis immediately. Right now?
In that case, Ibis King, would you agree that this is a fun...
Never. I assume you have that chess set with you?
You mean the one you gave to...
How could I? You misjudge me. I just wanted to show you another way you can use it. Connect to Safei Shatranj.
Safei Shatranj? You mean that place in the...
Thoth's chess set gains its power from the chessboard laid out in the desert by King Deshret and ourselves. All ceremonies conducted using the chess set must be activated via Safei Shatranj. In other words, the chess set is an extension of the chessboard. In the past, moving a chess piece was a sacred...
Transfer initiated. Entering live combat mode.
We haven't heard a single word from our spy in the desert. I'm afraid he...
Never mind.
But we spent years turning him.
Nothing comes for free in this world, but the loss is not without its purpose. For a small price, we have wasted a precious amount of the...
Understood.
Weighing profit against loss is a necessary part of life. But to tell the truth, I have been operating at a loss since this all began. Since many centuries ago, in fact. For instance, why would a banker act as the executor of a will? If you hadn't deposited your personal belongings at Northland Bank, I would have no reason to be here right now. Dottore, I've placed your final data backup into the ley lines as per our contract. I trust we are now square for the safe deposit fees you paid.
Is it not a little petty to split hairs like this?
I consider sound bookkeeping a matter of principle.
Do not forget that you only live to see this day thanks to me. In fact, every day of your life since you met me, you've been living...
Why, that's hardly a fair assessment. I will concede that my survival was perhaps at your whim. Managing money is not like other professions. Mine is not a role I could have acquired based on your recommendation alone. And certainly not one I could have lasted so long in without genuine ability.
The information stored in the ley lines is quite comprehensive. Rest assured, I have not... Well, I presume you have no sense of fragmentation.
How could anything possibly go wrong with such strict measures in place? The remainder of your soul was split in two, with one half sent to Nodcry and the other stored in the most secure vault of the Northland Bank. Though I must say, your disdain for the other segments is quite amusing. Zandik is you, and you are Zandik. Zandik created the segments, yet you, a segment yourself, reject him.
That is, Zandik, created segments of various ages in his later years. To achieve this, he had to freeze time and part with a portion of his. But as constructive as it sounds, it erases my uniqueness. If each segment is equally me, then by the same token, a soul living forever in the past inevitably holds different views than he did in his later years. The same thing that completes me also restricts me. You too might ask yourself which stage of your life you want to be preserved at. The day your business failed, or
we needn't dredge up the past.
This undesirable plan was eventually scrapped. Lesser Lord Kusanali was quite right. And after that, I concluded that there was no more effective plan than directly splitting the soul.
The other half of your soul suffered a crushing defeat in Nodcry, you know.
And yet in the process, I obtained the information I always wanted, did I?
I once thought your ultimate goal was to ascend to godhood. But as it turns out, that was merely one of your experiments.
Experiments take many forms. Most people are too eager for success, too fixated on a suspiciously vacant seat, a new face. I trust you can put two and two together.
What can I say? After all your efforts, you really did uncover the world's secrets. So, is the new world you promised a lie?
No, it never was. I am glad to be able to control Irmin's soul from within. Now I shall... Almost everyone faces the prospect of death. But not a single person has ever been able to experiment. I am the only one to have overcome this enormous challenge. Would I not be letting...
Clearly, the dividing of your soul did not affect the magnitude of your ego. Out of all the versions of you that have ever existed, this...
Is that why you chose to work with me? Which was it?
Could I call myself a venture capitalist without a suitably ambitious plan to invest in?
Well then, I must say, while I am surprised enough that you showed up at all, what surprises me more is that you chose to present yourself as my
Why make things harder than they need to be? Exposing my true identity in a situation like this would only serve to destroy diplomatic relations between Snezhnaya and Sum. Showing up in the name of the original antagonist gives you the recognition you rightly deserve, while also As for why I'm here, if you're suggesting that your credit...
I'd argue that a significant factor in your willingness to cooperate is Is it not true that a relationship should be judged by...
So some of what I said actually made it into your head after all. Especially for a human being.
Let's not pretend that you're any more innocent than I am. Are we not the same in this regard?
Is it really so greedy to want the world to operate by a new set of rules?
Of course not, my dear friend. And as I've said before, mutual interest is...
I just hope there never comes a day when I have to...
Regreater, sir. People have been spotted approaching Sumeru City.
How strange. Despite your access to Irminsul's data, Well, Dottore.
They're coming.
But even so, I would say Irminsul is a wonderfully convenient thing on the whole. If you do manage to...
I'll consider it.
What do you need me to do? Stall them?
The experiment will take time. Stall them for as long as possible.
Very well. But you're really asking... Have you heard this story? He pleaded with the gods, begging them to grant him one final request. Many suns and moons passed. Seasons changed. And still...
Are you suggesting I worship you as a god? Or were you?
Certainly not the latter. That would make my life miserable indeed.
さよなら